Parsha, we read of Yaakov hurriedly rushing out of Beersheba on the way to Haran, threatened by his brother Esav. Chazal tell us that Esav's grandchild pursued him, took everything he had. Ani chashiv kemet. Yaakov is really in dire straits, in a bad situation. Goes to sleep in a special place, has this unbelievable dream where God appears to him sitting on top of the ladder, promising that he'll be with him. Yaakov wakes up in the morning emboldened and ready to take on a new challenge, inspired. Torah tells us in 2 psukim Yaakov's reaction to the place where he has this dream. Vayikat Yaakov mishnato. Yaakov woke up. Vayomer achein yesh Hashem b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. In Pasuk Yud Zayin it says Vayira vayomer. He was afraid and he said, Ma norah hamakom hazeh ein zekiyim beit elokim v'zeh shar shamayim. Both of these psukim are speaking about the special godly presence in this place. Why do we have 2 psukim? What's the relationship between them? What is Yaakov teaching us here? Well, if we start with the first pasuk, Achein yesh Hashem b'makom hazeh v'anochi lo yadati. The fact that God's presence is here, we understand very well. He had a dream there. He saw God's presence. What is he adding with v'anochi lo yadati? I think we find within Chazal 2 different approaches to what Yaakov is adding with the Ve'anochi lo yadati. The recognition of him not knowing, not appreciating it. We find throughout Sefer Bereshit people who talk about their lack of knowledge, that it's problematic that they don't know. They don't know because they weren't sensitive enough, because they don't want to know. Of course, the first person is Cain. When Hashem asks him, where is Hevel, your brother? He says, Lo yadati, Hashomer achi anochi. Cain knows very well where his brother is. His I don't know is a cover-up for the knowledge he actually has. The second person who uses the term Avimelech in Perek Chof Aleph, where it says, Vayomer Avimelech about the wife of Avraham, Lo yadati, mi asa et hadavar hazeh vegam ata lo higadat li. I didn't know that she was your wife. Here, one could maybe find basis for saying that he truly didn't know, but it's something he should have known. Something if he cared enough to know. Had he clarified properly, he would have known. He chose not to know. Yaakov really didn't know. But here too it seems that Yaakov felt that this is the kind of thing he could have and should have been more sensitive to. To realize that God's presence here, to have our antenna up, looking for God where we go in our lives. The Zohar focuses on the word Anochi and talks about how Yaakov's lack of knowledge was also about himself. He didn't know about himself and his kesher with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Medrash tells us that Hashem told Yaakov to climb the ladder he saw in his dream, and Yaakov was afraid. The confidence in oneself giving one the ability to form a strong relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Not knowing God because we're not totally, properly in tune enough with ourselves. I think all this is the backdrop to the next pasuk. Vayira vayomar ma norah makom hazeh ein zeh ki im beit elokim v'zeh shar shamayim. In pasuk Yud Zayin, Yaakov is saying more than just the fact that God resides here. He's describing the nature of God's presence here. It's a beit elokim. It's a shar shamayim. It's a home for God in this world, which leads up to a gateway into the heavens above. Yaakov is now thinking about how to translate it, what to make of this presence that he initially was unaware of. He's constructively translating it in some way. And that's why it says in Pasuk Yud Chet, Yaakov wakes up, builds a matzeva there, promises that when he returns here with God's help, he'll turn this place into Bet El, the place it has the potential to be. We say in our vidui, Al chet shechatanu lefanecha biyodim uvelo yodim. There are chatayim we do out of knowledge. There are mistakes we make when we don't know what could have known. Yaakov here didn't realize, but when he realizes it and realizes his relationship with God, he's able to direct it constructively into doing something with it. Appreciating God's presence here is in the nature of the Beit Elokim Neshar Shamayim, and playing his role in realizing the nature of this place for him and for future generations. Shabbat Shalom.